Adds up. Oh, it's the connection.
Bro, but do you hear about the United youngster that's like gone on loan or something like that? A couple months loan. Yeah, he's gone to.
Yeah.
No, he's gone to.
He's trash. I know what he's doing right now.
Prison.
Feltham. I think he went Feltham.
Prison FC. I forgot. You're right.
West Wing FC.
Prison
Not
FC.
laughing.
Big transfer. Big transfer.
But
Babu, no, hold on. Babu, what do you guys say about the point?
No, wait,
about the Greenwood.
Like sorry. I have to step in. I need to introduce this in it quickly first. Obviously, we don't condone that.
Facts. Not facts. 100%.
We're not against that. Hopefully, she's good because at the end of the day, she's experienced a lot. Because obviously, it's always going off his pictures and videos, but at the end of the day, we still have to kind of be understanding in it.
No, 100%.
Yeah, we need to protect our women. We can't be out here talking all facts. This just shows that a lot of guys don't know how to talk to women and don't even know how to even get.
Yo, you know what? I was talking to my boy the other day, right, at training, and I was like, yo, in high school, there are a lot of these guys that we used to look at like, yo, he gets girls, and then 10 years later, we find out.
You look at them, you're like, yo,
he was taking shit, like.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys like that. That they were taking it, bro. They don't know how to talk to girls.
Not facts. Or manipulate the situation.
I just want to, obviously, the person we're talking about, I'll state names. Yeah, I mean, he can. If you don't like it, he can tweet me in it. We can have a discussion. Mason Greenwood, innit?
It's everywhere.
No, I'm just saying. Listen.
Now, I'll let Babu, you start on it, man. What do you think about the situation? Allegedly, for sure.
I'm putting him on. He's going.
I put alleged.
It's hella incriminating, bro.
It is. But legally speaking, you can't say that. Legally speaking, you can't say that. You can't say that. Bro, don't get us shut down before we start, bro. Don't get us shut down before we start. But go ahead.
I want to say this quickly. Until they prove me wrong, I ain't saying allegedly.
Well, that's the thing.
If they prove me wrong,
I can go any
way. That's what I'm saying. Bro, we not getting shut. Listen, I'm saying allegedly for him. Everything we saying here is alleged. We don't know. But even though it's allegedly, the accusations are very serious to the point where like we don't condone it.
For legal purposes, it's alleged.
Yeah, for legal purposes.
We don't speak for the FACTZ Podcast. If you have anything to say, if we've said anything wrong, come at us as a person. Don't come at us as
I'm saying that nigga don't go to jail and get his ass slapped in that prison cell. You talking about allegedly? I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. How many people here getting raped and it's not being reported, and y'all talking about allegedly? Yeah. Man, let's move on because y'all about talking about this is a serious topic. You can't be out here doing
nah. But like, let's speak on it for a little bit. Yeah, nah. Let's speak on it for a little bit. Yeah. Babu, what are you saying?
Wait, I want to ask the Man United boys this question, and it will go on to you lot. Yeah, one.
No, I see what you're going. No, let's start with the thing. And we talk about the sport. We're gonna talk about the football because I know. I want to talk about the situation. Then we go into the football side of things of Greenwood.
No, but the main question is, are you lot shocked? That's it. That's what I want to know.
Personally, I was shocked, but at the same time, when that came out, I was just like, all of these footballers, like especially since I can't remember when it was, like September, I want to say, when that French guy was exposing all these footballers and all that. Like,
what was that? I don't remember that.
I remember that.
I remember that on Twitter.
Yeah, I'll show you.
No, just talk about it briefly here. Just talk about it briefly, so people.
I don't know. It's just like
it's this French reporter. Just like I don't know, got tired or whatever, and was just like going on. He was on Twitter and was I don't know what it was on Twitter. It was an interview that ended up on Twitter or something like that. But he was just going off on the tirade, exposing a lot of football players. So he brought up Benjamin Mendy, brought up a lot of Mendy or something.
Mendy as well.
Mendy, players having all
there's a lot of players. But since that, I haven't really like. Since that came out, I'm not really shocked with what footballers do anymore because we don't even know them as people. We only know them as people. You know what I mean?
You watch them for 90 minutes a week.
Because at the end of the day, they just football. That's just their job. Like at the end of the day, they're still people.
Yeah,
They're still people with like fucked up shit. They have their flaws. So So just because like your favorite player in the world, if something like this comes out, you gotta treat him like a regular person too.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
The only thing I would say is like the shock part. Like I don't know about the French reporter that you guys talking about, but it seems like you're saying like orgies. That I'm not sure. I'm not shocked because that comes with the celebrity, bro. Like when you're a celebrity, you know, I'm not talking about taking advantage of people, but people just like give themselves to you and certain things like that, or they into that. So you haven't, because like I'm not even trying to diss right now, but like when you heard like Ashley Cole and all those people back then when they had like the camps and they were bringing girls in, like that comes with the territory of being a celebrity. But when you're saying about being shocked about the Mason Greenwood situation, 100% I'm shocked, bro. Like you don't wait.
But think about it like this, right? These footballers, like from like when they're in academy, bro, it's like they're put on this pedestal, right?
100%.
And like the moment a girl knows you're playing for academy and stuff, like you just expect them to be onto you, right? And you have this happen so much that niggas start to like expect it to be given to them.
Yeah, 100%.
Now this might have been the first time out of 100 or whatever that a girl was like, "No, you're not getting any." Or it's not.
No, but the thing is, I don't think this is the first time it's happened. Because for the girl to be like, "Oh, I need to take my phone out and record it," she must have gone through this before.
Not facts.
She must have knew like this is about to happen.
Yeah.
That's the thing, though.
I need to document it.
Man just expect it at this point. It's like they just expect it to be given to them, and the moment it gets like denied, it's like the worst thing.
No,
in the world.
I hope that he's like the book, like the entire bookcase is thrown at him because it needs to show.
They're gonna make an example out of him. They have to.
Exactly. It needs to be done because like you can't have this in the sport. You can't have this like because like with Benjamin Mendes especially, and now, well, something happened like that. Most Manchester boys like. Investigate those niggas, fam. Something's going on.
Ronaldo included has allegations.
Yeah,
exactly. Ronaldo's had allegations for
Nobody's exempt, but he's Cristiano, so nobody went after him, or at least he has really good lawyers, and they made it go away.
But like with the Greenwood situation, that like even later, I think the dad was interviewed by the Daily Mail, and he was like, basically, they were saying that the girl's phone was hacked. Like she. At least, just judging on the report so far, that it wasn't her.
I think he's trying to save. He's trying to save his daughters.
I agree. Right? No, I agree because I think not only her. There's multiple things. It can be that she can be still in love with the kid, like Mason Greenwood. She realized like what just happened. And then she like, no, I'm being serious. Like, cause I'm not really sure with abuse and all that, but you do understand that like if you love Mason Greenwood, you do understand that like this kid's career is done between that little moment you posted. So she might have felt bad, and that's why the dad was like, "It's hacked." But I don't think it was hacked, bro. I think that she released it, and it was good. She did too, so that people know what's happening.
Yeah. No, the reason I'd be so wary about like taking what they're saying now, like seriously, is that like just athletes in general, like as small as like a doping violation. A lot of the guys I train with, they have the same lawyers as other pro athletes. And these lawyers have a menu of excuses you'll give to the press when they're going to come interview you about your allegations. And I'm sure they have that for more than just taking PEDs.
Yeah.
So the dad was definitely given talking points because it's an ongoing case. What do you think? The lawyer's just going to be like, yeah, go and...
No, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
No, but can I ask you, do you think the club knew?
The club knows before anybody else knows. What do you?
The thing is,
Wait, did they know today or did they know it happened before?
Did they know it happened before?
The thing is, it's weird because I've seen Gareth Southgate when he was asked about
because that's what I was going to bring up.
And then Gareth Southgate said there's ongoing issues in Manchester. That's why he didn't get Greenwood. So I don't
remember that. I think I remember him saying that. I think I remember him saying that Greenwood wanted to stay more in like Manchester to train. Like he wanted to focus on
that's what you told us, Mohammed.
That's what I heard. That's what Southgate said. That's what Southgate said. That's what Southgate said. I don't remember him saying that there's problems in Manchester. I don't remember those words. He said that problems. No, check that, Lemon. But from what I remember him saying is that Greenwood, he spoke with Greenwood, the family, he spoke with Ollie, and they all agreed with that it's best for Mason Greenwood's career right now to stay with Manchester than to go to England. That's what Greenwood. I mean, Gareth Southgate said. The problems part that I don't remember that. Now to answer your question, Ablai, I mean, it's like what Baba just said. Like the clubs always know about these things and they handle it in house. But regardless, you never really know too. You never really like. See, they all young, bro. They all young right now. Really so like it might have been happening. She really tell no one, or like you don't,
Yeah.
They all like what 20.
Follow up to that.
So basically, what Southgate said was he recognizes if he didn't get it right over a long period, doesn't nail down the situation at the club, then maybe there isn't an England career anyway. This is his and his family's only chance, and they are understandably a lot more cautious than we might do. So it's like so basically he's just saying that the situation in Manchester, like regarding Greenwood and his family, that he can't really. That's why he didn't select him. So it's very weird to bring in family in that situation.
Well, because the thing is, it's like that situation's weird in the first place. Because, bro, Greenwood, Saka, Foden are all about the same age. They're all about the same place in their career. How is it that Saka and Foden are free to basically join the England team, but Greenwood is somehow struggling, even though his place at United was pretty much cemented at that point?
No, not at that point.
Until game time.
No, Oli was there.
No,
you're right.
If he was struggling for game time, he wouldn't be part of the England conversation.
But I don't know. I mean, this brings in another kind with this situation, but I understand. Hold on. Let me finish it. I understand the point of telling a youngster to stay in his team and train and fight for his position, so that when he's solidified there and has he brings up his game, he can always come back to the England game. Because when you go to England, there wasn't even because at that time Greenwood wasn't performing that well, so he wasn't guaranteed to start. So if he can stay in Manchester and perform, that helps his England career. So I understand that. I mean, I don't know, but I really don't think it was linked to this situation why Greenwood didn't go to England.
I was gonna say two things. Yeah, one, do you think Gareth Southgate maybe not that he knew, but he kind of had an inkling because
I don't think so. Go ahead.
Because one, when the incident happened with him and Phil Foden,
which Foden?
With the two chicks in
Iceland or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Or Sweden,
Sweden, that's right.
Iceland.
If you look at how the whole thing happened, Phil Foden came back to England. I mean, to the England setup, And at that point, yes, he did. Because yes, he missed a couple of games, but bro, he went to the Euro.
No, but you're right. He came in.
He got back into the frame. At that point, Mason Greenwood was playing more football than Foden. Because remember, at that point,
Phil Foden had form. No, Phil Foden had form. No, he did. More than Greenwood.
No, he didn't. Phil Foden at that point, when the incident happened with England, he was not playing for Man City like he was now. He wasn't.
No.
He wasn't. Mason was playing for Man United.
He wasn't on form. I remember that. Bro, the last towards the end of the Greenwood was not on form, bro. He wasn't scoring like he was.
Let me finish.
And also, he was also considered to go, but he also didn't go. Like he I remember when I think they were talking with him.
But to be fair, wait, this has.
I don't think this is linked, bro. I don't think this situation is linked.
All I'm saying is this has been going on since 2020, and like around the time of lockdown, and it's just been too long, and we've just been like, I don't know. There's
wait. What do you mean this? This as in like him and his girlfriend?
Him hitting his girlfriend and all that. It's just weird, you know. It's just I don't know. I don't think there's any defendant to this because it's been not like just one case of like, oh, he got drunk or something, which is still there's no
excuse.
Which is still not an excuse. So it's been going on for too long. So it's like kind of like I just personally I don't ever want to see Greenwood wear a foot.
You froze, my G. But let me say this though. Let me say this though, bro.
Your football career done, and I want to see justice. I want to see justice being served as well, like especially for the young girl as well, and prayers on her and her family. 100%. Like that's all I have to say.
I just want to say this one thing, and I go on this with racism and everything, and we'll tap into that later. There needs to be education though, bro. Because like you say, you want to make example out of him, you can do that 100%. But if you don't educate these youngsters, or just footballers in general, like on how.
I don't think it's just. I don't think it's not.
Bro, you're not gonna solve the problem. You got to.
It's not a footballer issue though.
It's not a football issue.
Okay, but yeah,
it's really a men's issue.
This has been going on for years.
This is
and years,
and
we've been talking about the same.
It's really a men's issue.
Like
okay, but that is
the internet and everything. Like, every day there's something posted, or every 2 weeks there's like a big uproar of people just posting what you should do, what you should not do, educate men, do this, do that. But at the same, like every week there's the same thing, and we're all always saying the same thing: educate, educate, educate. I feel like it's just because the justice system doesn't favor women in the sense of, oh, a man can get away with it. Like example set for people to actually. I think that's the only thing that can stop this right now. Like examples need to be harsh and set so people can actually follow. Because
personally, I don't think setting examples will solve any. It will help. But bro, there's people right now. You sending them to life in jail. It doesn't change. Like you forget that, bro. 10, 15 years now, no one's gonna people gonna forget the Greenwood. But you need the problem is a worldwide problem. But no, hold on. Let me just finish this. Like abuse and like sexual assault and all that. It's not a footballing thing. It's a problem that's been happening from time, bro. So if you try to just say like it's a man thing, we need to solve it. I'm saying right now, as we're doing the FACTZ Podcast, we're talking about football. I'm saying that the clubs need to put it in their place to start educating these footballers on how to handle these fame. And the opportunities come with them. Like we just told you that every footballer, bro, as soon as you're on the pitch, like you get people that come to you, bro. You get given certain things that you don't work for. You don't know how to handle these things.
Nah, you see, Mohammed,
you need an education, bro. How old is Mason Greenwood? He's 20 years old.
Bro,
you need to educate these people,
I don't
bro.
believe that. Because because at the end of the day, there's his age mates that know better, bro. Yeah. It's not about football and education. It's a man thing. Because, bro, what you need to understand is and the thing is, I recently saw a video, and the video actually put it into a good perspective. You've given a youngster 16, 17 the limelight, the fame. You're this, you're that, you're this, you're that. That right there, untouchable. Get to their head, innit?
Untouchable.
With the money, because it's like, bro, like even for us here, when we was 18, 19 with our first jobs, or whatever, how old you got, bro, your first paycheck, you was like, oh,
balling, facts.
You was going crazy.
Nah, facts. So, you right.
Can you imagine, like all of this year, it stems like, because the thing is, because I always said this year, for me, when I saw Mason Greenwood, I never thought nothing of him. He seemed like a quiet brother.
Yeah, very chill dude. Yeah.
He never.
The last person you think will do this, actually, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, like he, because even for me, he seemed like a soft-spoken man. Like he never. I never got no aggression vibes of him. Like yes, you can be aggressive on the pitch, but that's different to how you speak to people, innit? So I never got that from him. So seeing something like this and seeing the fact that we can have a perception of him one way, but he's a completely different other way. It kind of, now we have to highlight how money and all of that is random.
And that's part of my education part that I'm talking about, though. That's what I'm saying.
The thing is, that's great. That's great in Mason Mount's like scenario. But this shit happening to people that's like, bro.
Greenwood, Mason Greenwood.
Sorry. Sorry, Mason Mount, don't see me. I'm very sorry. No, but like, it's great in Greenwood's scenario where, okay, maybe educating him on how to deal with fame and all of that. But it's happening to people who have shit, who have fuck all to them. Like, they're not footballers. Yeah. They've got no money. Yeah. Like, they've got nothing going for them, and they're still doing shit like that. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's not a football issue. This is a problem with men. There's
honestly,
a problem that men
honestly, I don't know if I should say it, but like it's a problem that's been happening, bro.
Yeah, it's been happening.
It's education and stuff like that. You educate him, and he goes back home, and his dad's beating the piss out of his mom. Like you grow up.
Yeah, facts. Honestly, I don't even know how you solve this, bro.
Openly talking about
I don't really know how you solve this, because if you look at this 100 years ago, they were still like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't.
Nah. You see this?
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I want
Mason
Mount. That's why I want Mason Greenwood to like be an example.
Leave him alone, man.
No, for sure. No. Everything here, Greenwood has to definitely. Greenwood has to be set. They have to set. They have to set an example on him on football, right? So when I'm talking about now, it's past football.
I'm saying
it's past Greenwood.
If you as a person look at the situation and you're like, like a guy like Mason Greenwood can get like thrown in jail for this shit. Like someone me who's a nobody, like Mason Greenwood with all his money, all his fame, is getting thrown in jail for this shit. Me who am a nobody, if I get caught, it's the same thing. But if you know that if you look at Mason Green, like if like nothing happens, it's like continues playing football and all of that, you're then like, all right, Greenwood can do that shit and like continue his life. I could do the same, innit?
No facts. No. So that's what I'm saying. Right now, I'm moving past the conversation to send an example of Greenwood because I'm saying, do that. We need to do that for sure because it's not okay. You with your high profile, because that will help in exactly what you're saying and youngsters understanding that this is wrong. Because football is, their example whether they know it or not. But now what I'm saying is for the young, for just future generation and all that, they needs to be. Because right now, I remember when Edison Cavani came and he put the Negro thing. Gary Neville was saying that they need to have everyone that comes into the club needs to go through some form of education to be honest, to go so you understand cultural difference and all this. And that goes back to with this too, handling fame, handling money, and handling just
the money has nothing to do with it though.
No, it's part of it though. Like Greenwood doesn't do that because it's the power. Like
it's more of what you already are.
Exactly.
But ultimately, you know what we're doing? We're ultimately doing this because this is not a football issue. It's a human problem. 100%. It's a human problem. Because guess what? Lawyers do it. Like everywhere, you just see Jeffrey Epstein and all these guys. Like these are not footballers. It's a human thing that I guess we just haven't figured out a solution to it because there's been sexual abuse, there's been dominated, like people like R. Kelly and people kidnapping. This has been going on in society for how many years, bro? You know what I'm saying? So we can constantly just go around. But I think in terms of if we isolate it in football right now, isolate the problem in football, I definitely think clubs need to, from the very beginning, part of educating people on how to just handle everything, bro. That needs to be something that they constantly do.
I hear what you're saying, but that's another conversation. Like,
no facts.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Just say,
yeah.
Prime example. You see Mason Greenwood. He's not learned life lessons in his entire life. He's not.
Learn today.
I mean, he is 22 though. Like that's not an excuse, by the way. He's 20.
No, listen.
That's not an excuse.
Listen.
You're old enough to know better.
No,
he's 20. I think 20 or 20. What is he? How old is he?
Listen.
1920.
Yeah. Listen. 1920. Yeah. That's what I'm saying to you. At 1920, he's not experienced life. Yeah.
No facts.
He's not. There's not stuff that's not happened to him. Yeah. In terms of if you put a rich kid and a good standard living kid, whatever. Facts. There's stuff that like.
Dude might not even know if to wash clothes, you have to you can't wash white and black clothes together. You know what I'm saying? He's probably have someone done them everything for his life.
Certain things he's not experienced yet, so that he can, that's made because it's like the thing is because even what you see this, it's gonna sound really bad, and I don't mean it in any way, but I'm just trying to prove a point. Even if she didn't want to do what you wanted to do, he could have went out there and cheated on her. Worst case scenario.
What does that have to do with it?
That's what I said.
Let me finish.
That's why I said what I was about to say doesn't make any sense.
I'm
just trying to make you understand.
Yeah, no. Go ahead. Let him talk, bro. Go ahead. Say, Lulu, I'm about to mute you, bro.
Lulu,
big girl, crazy idea.
I just mean as in like, bro, because even from what we heard from the recording, she said no. He could have handled the situation so many which is what's even worse, the fact that they were clearly having a conversation and he was saying what he was saying. If it was just like I say, when they say innocent until proven guilty, bro, it's fine if it was a 2-second clip.
There's a part in the recording where she even says you can go and fuck someone else, and he said no.
Facts.
You see, which is why I said back to the bro, if she didn't want to do what you wanted to do, bro, go cheat. If she then exposes you for cheating, it's like then you can come out and say, well, I wanted to do this and she didn't want to do this, and that's it, and then we can move from it. But bro, this brother literally said, nah, you're mine. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, all of that stuff, yeah, is entitlement, bro. That's entitlement.
It goes back to my point. That entitlement that they feel as a young from a young point.
Yeah, bro. Well, he's
one muscle.
Yeah, like there's all I'm saying is just give the girl the justice she deserves, and let's prayers.
I mean, it's even more than the girl, bro. It's even more than the girl. It's just for everyone that's been like abused, like, you know.
Yeah, prayers up to her, and I think we should move on to the next subject. Yeah,
let's move on. We run out of time right now, so we're just gonna